Thanks everybody for tuning in to another edition of Magic or Tragic. Last night, the Orlando Magic beat the Memphis Grizzlies 101-99. It was a great game to watch. A lot of lead changes, a hard-fought game. And somebody answer this. Riddle me this. Does Terrence Ross owe a bookie money somewhere or something like that? Because I swear this guy was trying to throw the game last night. I was losing my mind last night. And the sad part about it was he was playing so well the entire game. And then it's like, what the F? I was like, what the F? Anyway, we survived. Man, I can only imagine how we would have been hating on Terrence Ross if we would have lost that game. But we didn't. Amazingly, we didn't. Now, let me throw some stuff at you. We lost our point guard early in that game. We had 24 turnovers in that game, which is a lot for this year's team. We only had 3 players in double figures. All right, that's rare for this year. Vucevic only had 7 points. I think he only had like 5 or 6 rebounds. And with all that said, we won the game against a team who's tough at home, even though they lost previously. But they're a tough home team, and they're one of the better teams in the West so far early in the season. And the Magic came away with a very impressive win. It was different from the other wins because we weren't blowing people out. It was like a playoff competitive game to where no team wanted to give an inch. And, both defenses were very good. Memphis plays tremendous defense. They forced us into a lot of tough jumpers. They made us resort to the old Magic. But I'll touch on that in a little bit. But the good thing for us is we play defense too. And defense is why we won that game. All right. So let's talk about the first quarter. In the first quarter, the shooting was up. Terrence Ross, Evan Fournier came out looking really good. Vucevic, not so good, okay? And towards the end of the first, going into the second, we started to take a lot of tough shots. And that's because of Memphis's D. They force you to take those tough shots. We missed a lot of shots at the rim in the first half, especially Vucevic. And that's kind of been a problem for us this whole season. We need to find some low post scoring, and Vucevic is the only guy that can give us that right now. And that's why we continue to try and get him involved in the low post in the second half. Because against a team like Memphis, if your jumpers is not falling, that's the only thing you can do. You're not going to consistently drive and penetrate on that team. So in the second quarter, we kept taking some tough threes. We kept taking tough jumpers. They weren't falling. That's when DJ got hurt. And it looked like it was going to be, just a long day for the Magic at that point because you're missing your 2 top point guards. However, the Magic do close on a 14-4 run to tie that game, and they close the same way we've seen them get back into every game. It's just picking up their energy a little bit defensively, which led to some easier buckets. So the third quarter begins, and again, we're off to another great shooting start. Ross and Fournier, thumbs up. Those 2 guys, when they're on. They can really shoot it, especially Fournier. And it seemed like that's the only way we were going to make buckets, is we were going to have to hit our jumpers to win this game. Simmons came in, had to run some point guard. That did not go so well. Okay, a lot of turnovers from him. But I'm not going to get on him too much for that because it was something kind of last minute, and going against Memphis's defense is not really ideal. Okay, so we ran into some tough spots in the third quarter. Because of the loss of point guard, we had Simmons running point, and Memphis's D was, it was good all night through quarters 1 through 4. In the fourth quarter, we had a lineup of Simmons, Ross, Isaac, Biyombo, and a follow. Jonathan Isaac's defense off the ball was tremendous all night. And Nothing, well, not nothing. He does things that show up in the stats. Like it was good to see him. He took some jumpers that, were important parts of the game, but he wasn't afraid to take them. And he had 3 blocks, and he was just a terror guarding whoever he was guarding, or really not guarding. He was just a terror. Like if you're on the opposing team, this guy is an annoying defender. He's annoying because he's so long and agile, and he is everywhere. Okay? But in that fourth quarter, when the game was really tight going back and forth, we did a much better job of driving the ball to the basket. That was coming from everybody. Ross, Simmons, Fournier, Gordon. Everybody was starting to get to the bucket a little bit easier. And then, of course, in that fourth quarter, Aaron Gordon hits that big 3-point shot. Huge shot. He had no hesitation on taking it. He took the shot right in front of Memphis' bench. They were yelling in his face and knocked it down. Boom. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And I know Magic fans jumped up out their seat after that one. I don't know what kind of career Aaron Gordon is going to have, but I do know that he's turned the corner. Like he's a different player than what Magic fans are accustomed to, and he definitely is somebody who the Magic now needs to. Not just the Magic, but the NBA. Like I notice when I go on NBA websites or national basketball sites, the Magic are getting a little bit more pub. They're talking about them a little bit more nationally, and the face or the picture that you're going to see is Aaron Gordon. So good for him and good for the Magic, because we need that notoriety. But it was a great game to watch if you're just a fan. Went back and forth. Both teams played hard. We got lucky that they missed some jumpers at the end. But you know what? Maybe it wasn't luck. Maybe it was the style of play, the pace we run with, and maybe they just didn't have the legs to make those jump shots when it counted. I thought Vogel did a really nice job with key substitutions. Like when the game in the fourth started to become a chess match, and he started to bring people in and out like Spates and then Vucevic and Afalo and whatnot. He did a nice job. I can imagine coaching right now for Vogel is fun, because he's got so many pieces to play with, and he knows the team is going to play hard for him. And right now I imagine he's having a lot of fun coaching this Magic team, because we're having a lot of fun watching this Magic team. It's still a little unbelievable right now, but we should not be surprised. Early in the season when they played Cleveland, they showed some things that, again, we didn't see coming, and at the same time, we should continue to see that coming from this Magic team, because those, the players, when everyone gets a chance to be a part of the game and get their turn to make a play, they've been stepping it up, next man up. Shelvin Mack, I think he had 8 assists. I'm not sure of his stat line, but hey, we lost Elfrid Payton and we lost DJ Augustine. Both those point guards were in our system last year. They know the system. We bring in a point guard who does not know the system, and he's forced to play, the rest of the game on the road and just do the best he can. And he did well, all right? So credit to Shelvin Mack, credit to the management staff that brought in Shelvin Mack and Spates and Afalo and Simmons and all these veterans who've just balanced out this team to the point where we're just a totally different team than what Magic fans have been accustomed to. Right now we're on top of the NBA along with the Boston Celtics, who actually will be playing in Orlando Sunday. So that's going to be an awesome game to be a part of if you can. But Magic, it's early in the season. Let's make sure when the Magic play at home, we were loud, we're energetic, and we give them all the energy that they need to feed on to win ball games, because this is looking like a special year for the Magic, a magical year for the Magic. And it's cool to be a part of. It's cool to see this happen for us again. Because to be honest, as Magic fans, the way I see it, the last 5 or 5 years or so. I can't remember exactly our playoff drought. It hasn't been good. But before then, Magic fans are used to winning. They're used to being in the playoffs. They're used to winning big games. They're used to having star players. And slowly we're getting back to that. All right, slowly we are getting back to that. So great win, Magic fans. 6-2. We got Chicago next. Hopefully, that's a game we should win. Hopefully, we will win. All right, it's in Orlando. We should win that game. 7-2. Wow. So tell me what you think. I appreciate everyone who subscribed. Please continue to like or dislike and leave comments below. And as always, go Magic.